Why do you think that these billionaires, you've got these incredibly powerful people. I mean, I could not look away from Candace Owens, her piece on Brigitte Macron. But as she's unraveling this story, and it's like, oh, this guy was involved in a sex ring scandal, and he's a billionaire and the son of this guy. And then that billionaire had a thing happen over here. And they're all tied together, and they all orchestrated this, again, this Manchurian, arguably, in all conspiracy theory, this Manchurian candidate out of Macron. Why is the theme always like creepy, weird? What is that? Like, I know there's no real answer, but my God, what happens?
A lot of scientific answers about children who abused and how it destroys their lives. And I would argue, and I know, that is because God designed sex to be sacred, and he designed it to be a very powerful, like, it's obviously very powerful, it's spiritual. It's how lives are brought into the world. And it's something that is set aside to be a driving life force, actually. The drive to have creates the human race. And it's how you control someone. And there are, you and I both know people who are in horrible relationships.
Yep. Who
are controlled and damaged. Yep. Like this.
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
that powerful to this very day, and it's never waned. It will always remain powerful. It's how you can. There are scientific studies on these kids. It's why it's so black and darkened and sick, these crimes. And it's why these crimes must and should be punishable by death. In the state of Florida is a permissible death sentence.
Is it really?
In this state. It's part of why I'm raising my children here. And for good measure, nobody wants to bring their kids to Disneyland and assume that there's like, Disney World, or Universal. And there's, not going to be punishment if somebody, you're exposing your family, right, to a state and its laws.
It's so true. Yep.
And you should, there should be the highest possible capital punishment, because what science has found and many studies have found is that this destroys a child forever. And that's why I call it demonic, because steal, kill, and destroy. You're trying to rob this child of their innocence, rob them of health, functioning throughout life, and the procreation and continuation of the human race. And so that's dark. That's just evil. That's just the banality of evil.
No, I agree with you. You bring up God and you bring up demons, and I know there's a certain element of metaphor, but is so much of the core values you espouse entrenched in religion, or am I off base?
Entrenched in spirituality that I think is self-evident to all of us.
Because
everybody knows that feeling, man. Like, I
don't disagree with you. The only
everybody knows, every woman, maybe not men,
okay,
because men are like a little more brutish and binary. But women know that feeling when you're walking down the street and you see someone coming at you and you say, I'm going to go to the other side of the street. That's just, that guy's not right. Women know, man. Women know. Okay? They know. And there's a sense, it's women's intuition. Well, what is that really? There is spiritual energy in this world, and I'm a Christian. And so I believe in that through the lens of the Bible and the Holy Scriptures. And I believe that we are human beings, that, we're not having a spiritual experience. Like, we're spiritual beings having a human experience.
That's
and that if you tap into that, and so many people that are wise, like, really tap into that, you'll find that a lot more clarity in your life.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.